Welcome friends to a new session on molecular biology. In this session, we will discuss processing of ribosomal RNA, rRNA, and transfer RNA, tRNA. Processing of ribosomal RNA and transfer RNA. The tRNAs and rRNAs are the structural molecules that have very important roles in protein synthesis. Ribosomal RNA, rRNA. In eukaryotes, the 4 rRNAs are first transcribed as 2 long precursor molecules. One of the precursor molecules contains the pre-rRNA that will be processed into the 5S rRNA, and the other contains the 5.8S, 18S and 28S rRNAs. The enzymes then cleave the precursor molecule into subunits corresponding to each rRNA. In prokaryotes, there are only 3 rRNAs and all are transcribed in one long precursor molecule that is cleaved into the individual rRNAs. Mature rRNAs make up 50 to 60% of each ribosome. Some of the ribosomes RNA molecules are purely structural, whereas others have binding or catalytic activities. The eukaryotic ribosome is composed of 2 subunits, a large subunit 60S and a small subunit 40S. The 60S subunit is composed of the 28S rRNA consisting of 3354 nucleotides, 5.8S rRNA consisting of 120 nucleotides, 5S rRNA consisting of 154 nucleotides and 50 proteins. The 40S subunit is composed of the 18S rRNA consisting of 1753 nucleotides and 33 proteins. The prokaryotic ribosome is composed of 2 similar subunits with slightly different components. The large subunit is the 50S subunit, which comprises of 23S rRNA consisting of 2839 nucleotides, 5S rRNA consisting of 122 nucleotides and 31 proteins, and the small subunit that includes the 30S subunit is composed of the 16S rRNA consisting of 1504 nucleotides and 21 proteins. The 2 subunits join to constitute a functioning ribosome that is capable of creating proteins. Transfer RNA, tRNA. Transfer RNA having a mass of about 25 kilodaltons consists of about 75 nucleotides, which makes it one of the smallest of the RNA molecules. Transfer RNA carries amino acids in an active form to the ribosome for polypeptide bond formation in a sequence dictated by the mRNA template. Each different tRNA binds to a specific amino acid and transfers it to the ribosome. There is at least one kind of tRNA for the 20 amino acids. Mature tRNAs take on a 3-dimensional structure through intramolecular base pairing to position the amino acid binding site at one end and the anticodon in an unbase paired loop of nucleotides at the other end. The anticodon is a 3-nucleotide sequence unique to each different tRNA that interacts with a mRNA codon through complementary base pairing. There are different tRNAs for the 21 different amino acids. Most amino acids can be carried by more than one tRNA. Transfer RNA is the adapter molecule in protein synthesis. mRNA acts as the template for protein synthesis. How then does tRNA direct amino acids to become joined in the correct sequence to form a protein? In 1965, Francis Crick wrote, RNA presents mainly a sequence of sites where hydrogen bonding could occur. One would expect, therefore, that whatever went onto the template in a specific way did so by forming hydrogen bonds. It is therefore that a natural hypothesis that the amino acid is carried to the template by an adapter molecule and that the adapter is the part of that actually fits onto the RNA. In its simplest form, one would require 20 adapters, one for each amino acid. This highly innovative hypothesis soon became established as fact. The adapter molecule in protein synthesis is tRNA. The tRNA contains an amino acid attachment site and a template recognition site. A tRNA molecule carries a specific amino acid in an inactivated form to the site of protein synthesis. The carboxyl group of these amino acid is esterified to the 3' or 2' hydroxyl group of the ribosome unit at the 3' end of the tRNA chain. The amino acid joined to a tRNA molecule to form an aminoacyl tRNA is catalyzed by the enzyme aminoacyl tRNA synthetase. This esterification reaction is driven by ATP cleavage. There is at least one specific aminoacyl tRNA synthetase enzyme for each of the 20 amino acids. The template recognition site on tRNA contains anticodon, and this anticodon recognizes a complementary sequence of 3 bases called a codon on mRNA. Structure of tRNA proposed by Alexander Rich and Aaron Klug. The tertiary structure of tRNA was first reported in yeast tRNA phenylalanine, was determined independently by Alexander Rich and Aaron Klug in 1974 using X-ray analysis of tRNA phenylalanine crystals. They demonstrated that the main pattern of tRNA chain folding to tertiary structure is universal. The folding takes place by the following manner. The acceptor stem and the T arm are arranged along a common axis, forming a continuous double helix which is 12 nucleotide pairs length. The anticodon arm and dihydrouridylic arm are also arranged along a common axis and yield another double helix which is 9 nucleotide pairs long. These two helices are oriented towards each other at approximately at right angle, so that the dihydrouridylic loop is brought to the closed T loop. As a result, the structure looks like the letter L. At the top, its 2 limbs corresponding to the anticodon and the acceptor 3' end. The short single stranded bridge between the acceptor stem and dihydrouridylic helix, part of the dihydrouridylic loop, and the additional variable loop are superimposed on the dihydrouridylic helix in the region of the inner corner of the L-shaped molecule, resulting in the formation of the core of the molecule with a number of tertiary interactions. Processing of rRNA and tRNA. Although transcription is the first and most highly regulated step in gene expression, it is usually only the beginning of the series of events required to produce a functional RNA. Most newly synthesized RNAs in prokaryotes and eukaryotes must be modified in various ways to be converted to their functional forms. The primary transcripts of both rRNA and tRNAs in prokaryotic as well as eukaryotic cells must undergo a series of processing steps. The basic processing of rRNA and tRNAs in prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells is similar. We have seen that in eukaryotes, the 28S, 18S and 5.8S rRNAs are formed by cleavage of a single long precursor transcript called pre-rRNA. Eukaryotic cells contain 4 rRNAs. Among these, 5S rRNA is transcribed from a separate gene. Following cleavage, the 5.8S rRNA which is unique to eukaryotic cells, becomes hydrogen bonded to 28S rRNA. In prokaryotic cells, 16S, 23S and 5S rRNAs, which are formed by cleavage of a pre-rRNA transcript. Prokaryotic and eukaryotic pre-RNAs are processed in several steps. Initial cleavages of bacterial pre-rRNA yield separate precursor molecules for the 3 individual rRNAs and are further processed by secondary cleavages to the final products. In eukaryotic cells, the pre-rRNA is first cleaved at a site adjacent to the 5.8S rRNA on its 5' side, yielding 2 separate precursor molecules that contain the 18S and the 28S plus 5.8S rRNAs. Further cleavages then convert 18S and the 28S plus 5.8S rRNAs to their final products, with the 5.8S rRNA becoming hydrogen bonded to the 28S rRNA molecule. In addition to these cleavages, rRNA processing involves the addition of methyl groups to the bases and sugar moieties of specific nucleotides. In prokaryotes, mRNA molecules undergo little or no modification after synthesis by RNA polymerase. Indeed, many mRNA molecules are translated while they are being transcribed. The tRNA and rRNAs are generated by cleavage and other modifications of nascent RNA chains. For example, in E. coli cells, 3 types of rRNA molecules and tRNA molecule are excised from a single primary RNA transcript that also contains spacer regions. Other primary transcripts contain arrays of several kinds of tRNA molecule or of several copies of the same tRNA. The enzyme nucleases that cleave and trim these precursors of rRNA and tRNAs are highly precise. The enzyme ribonuclease P, for example, generates the correct 5' terminus of all tRNA molecules in E. coli. This interesting enzyme contains a catalytically active RNA molecule. Ribonuclease 3 excises 5S, 16S and 23S rRNA precursors from the primary transcript by cleaving double helical hairpin regions at specific sites. In prokaryotes as well as eukaryotes, tRNAs are transcribed in a pre-tRNA transcript that requires multiple processing steps before the mature tRNA is ready for the use in translation. In prokaryotes, multiple tRNAs are often transcribed as a single RNA. The first step in their processing is the digestion of the RNA to release individual pre-tRNAs. But in eukaryotes, each pre-tRNA is transcribed as a separate transcript. The processing to convert the pre-tRNA to a mature tRNA involves 5 steps. 1. tRNA is transcribed by RNA polymerase 3. The pre-tRNA, the transcription product, contains additional RNA sequences at both the 5' and 3' ends. These additional sequences are removed from the transcript during processing. The 5' end of the pre-tRNA is called the 5' leader sequence, which is cleaved off by an unusual RNA containing enzyme called ribonuclease P, that is RNase P. 2. Some tRNA precursors contain an intron located in the anticodon arm. These introns are spliced out during processing of the tRNA, that is, the 3' end of the pre-tRNA is cleaved off. 3. The pre-tRNAs in all eukaryotes, but in only some bacterial pre-tRNAs, a CCA sequence of nucleotides is added to the 3' end of the pre-tRNA and the original 3' end is trimmed off. Some bacterial pre-tRNAs already have the CCA encoded in their transcript immediately upstream of the 3' cleavage site, so they do not need to add another one. The CCA at the 3' end of the mature tRNA will be the site at which the tRNase amino acid will be added. The enzyme responsible for the addition of the CCAN is tRNA nucleotidyl transferase, and the reaction proceeds according to the following scheme. tRNA plus CTP gives tRNA C plus PPI, that is pyrophosphate. The tRNA C formed reacts with CTP again to give tRNA CC plus pyrophosphate. tRNA CC reacts with ATP to give tRNA CCA plus pyrophosphate. 4. Multiple nucleotides in the pre-tRNA are chemically modified and altered their nitrogen bases. On average, about 12 nucleotides are modified per tRNA. The most common modifications are the conversion of adenine to pseudouridine, the conversion of adenine to inosine, and the conversion of uridine to dihydrouridine. But over 100 other modifications can occur. 5. A significant number of eukaryotic pre-tRNAs have introns that have to be spliced out. Introns are rare in prokaryotic pre-tRNAs, but do occur occasionally and are spliced out. The mature pre-tRNA is ready to have its cognate amino acid attached after processing. The cognate amino acid for a tRNA is the one specified by its anticodon. Attaching this amino acid is called charging the tRNA. In eukaryotes, the mature tRNA is generated in the nucleus and then exported to the cytoplasm for charging. This figure details the processing of tRNAs. In the part A, you can see that tRNAs are derived from pre-tRNAs, some of which contain several individual tRNA molecules. Cleavage at the 5' end of the tRNA is catalyzed by the enzyme ribonuclease P, that is RNase P. Cleavage at the 3' end is catalyzed by a conventional protein RNase. In a post-transcriptional processing step, a CCA terminus is added to the 3' end of many tRNAs. Finally, some bases are modified at characteristic positions in the tRNA molecule. In this example, these modified nucleosides include dihydrouridine, methylguanosine, inosine, ribothymidine, and pseudouridine. In the part B, structure of modified bases are shown. Dihydrouridine, pseudouridine, and ribothymidine are formed by modification of uridines in tRNA. Inosine and methylguanosine are formed by the modification of guanosines. A typical pre-tRNA undergoes many processing steps to generate a mature tRNA ready to have its cognate amino acid attached. Nucleotides that are cleaved away are shown in green. Chemically modified nucleotides are shown in yellow, as is the CAA trinucleotide that is added to the 3' end of the pre-tRNA during processing. The anticodon nucleotides are shown in red shade. A second type of processing is the addition of nucleotides to the termini of some RNA chains. For example, a terminal sequence CCA required for the function of all tRNAs is added to the 3' ends of tRNA molecules that do not already possess this terminal sequence. A third type of processing is the modification of bases and ribose units of rRNAs. In prokaryotes, some bases of rRNA are methylated. Unusual bases are found in all tRNA molecules. They are formed by the enzymatic modification of a standard ribonucleotide in a tRNA precursor molecule. For example, uridylate residues are modified after transcription to form ribothymidylate and pseudouridinylate. These modifications generate diversity allowing greater structural and functional versatility. Antibiotic inhibitors for transcription. Many antibiotics are highly specific inhibitors of biological processes. Rifampicin and actinomycin are two antibiotics that inhibit transcription, although in quite different ways. Rifampicin is a semi-synthetic derivative of rifamycins, which are derived from a bacterial strain Streptomyces mediterraneae. This antibiotic specifically inhibits the initiation of RNA synthesis. Rifampicin does not block the binding of RNA polymerase to the DNA template. Rather, it interferes with the formation of the first few phosphodiester bonds in the RNA chain. The structure of a complex between a prokaryotic RNA polymerase and rifampicin reveals that the antibiotic blocks the channel into which the RNA DNA hybrid generated by the enzyme must pass. The binding site is 12 angstrom from the active site itself. Once initiated, rifampicin does not hinder chain elongation because the RNA DNA hybrid present in the enzyme prevents the antibiotic from binding. That means the antibiotic blocks elongation after only 2 or 3 nucleotides have been added. Actinomycin D, a polypeptide containing antibiotic from a different strain of Streptomyces mediterraneae, inhibits transcription by an entirely different mechanism. Actinomycin D binds tightly and specifically to double helical DNA and does not to single stranded DNA or RNA, double stranded RNA or RNA DNA hybrids. And doing so, they prevent it from being an effective template for RNA synthesis. The results of spectroscopic and hydrodynamic studies of complexes of actinomycin D and DNA suggested that the phenoxazone ring of actinomycin slips in between neighboring base pairs in DNA. This mode of binding is called intercalation. At low concentrations, actinomycin D inhibits transcription without significantly affecting DNA replication or protein synthesis. Hence, actinomycin D is extensively used as a highly specific inhibitor of the formation of new RNA in both prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. The ability of actinomycin D to inhibit the growth of rapidly dividing cells makes it an effective therapeutic agent in the treatment of some cancers. Let us summarize the following discussions on rRNA and tRNA processing. The tRNAs and rRNAs are structural molecules that have roles in protein synthesis. The eukaryotic ribosome is composed of 2 subunits, a large subunit 60S and a small subunit 40S. The 60S subunit is composed of the 28S rRNA consisting of 3354 nucleotides, 5.8S rRNA, 5S rRNA and 50 proteins. The 40S subunit is composed of the 18S rRNA and 33 proteins. The prokaryotic ribosome is composed of 2 similar subunits with slightly different components. The large subunit is the 50S subunit comprising 23S rRNA, 5S rRNA and 31 proteins, and the small subunit that includes the 30S subunit is composed of the 16S rRNA and 21 proteins. Transfer RNA having a mass of about 25 kilodalton consists of about 75 nucleotides, which makes it one of the smallest of the RNA molecules. Each different tRNA binds to a specific amino acid and transfers it to the ribosome. A series of events required to produce a functional RNA after transcription. Most newly synthesized RNAs must be modified in various ways to be converted to their functional forms. The basic processing of rRNA and tRNAs in prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells is similar. The tRNA and rRNA molecules are generated by cleavage and other modifications of nascent RNA chains. Another type of processing is the addition of nucleotides to the termini of some RNA chains and the modification of bases and ribose units of rRNAs. I will give you certain assignments based on the discussions what we had. 1. Write short notes on the assembly of ribosomes in eukaryotes and prokaryotes. 2. Write short notes on ribosomal RNA. 3. Write short notes on transfer RNA. 4. Explain the processing of rRNA and tRNAs. 5. Give a brief account on antibiotic inhibitors on transcription. I will give you certain references for your further reading. 1. Biochemistry 5th edition, authored by Berg, Timesco, Stryer in 2008, published by Freeman and Company, New York. 2. Cell Biology 7th edition, authored by Karp in 2014, published by John Wiley & Sons, Singapore. 3. Molecular Biology of the Cell 5th edition, authored by Alberts, Johnson, Lewis, Raff, Roberts and Walter in 2007, published by Garland Science, New York and London. 4. Gene 9, authored by Levin B. in 2007, published by Johns and Bartlett Publishers, Sudbury, Massachusetts. 5. Biochemistry, authored by Davidson and Sitman in 1997, published by Waverly, New Delhi. 6. Principles of Genetics, authored by Gardner and Nustad in 1984, published by John Wiley, New York. 7. Principles of Genetics, authored by Sinnott, Dunn and Dobzhansky in 1958, published by McGraw-Hill, New York. I will also give you certain websites for your further reading. 1. www.ncbi.nlm.nih.gov/books, www.online.science.psu.edu. We have come to the end of this session. Thanks for watching this. Hope you have enjoyed this session. Bye.